Hello, guys. Welcome back to um, my video. Today's video is going to be entitled You Rise to the Level of Your Systems. So, I actually think that the quote goes something more like you fall to the level of your systems, but I'm trying to be a little bit more positive in my title making. So, what I mean by this, and this is something that I believe I read in Atomic Habits by James Clear, if I'm remembering correctly. What I mean by this is when you're having a bad time or a rough time and everything around you starts to crumble, as things do sometimes in life, unexpected things happen. Um, the thing that's gonna save you, that's gonna uplift you, that's going to stop you from doing a heavy tumble is your systems. And so when you set yourself up with good systems, you set yourself up for success. And so I noticed this. I have started to notice this in multiple fields that I'm interested in. And so in one field, their way of saying your system sets you up for success is you need to do the same thing every time, and that rapidly decreases your chances of making a mistake. And also, what I saw in another field was you need to do the same thing every time, and you need to be very intentional, and you need to have a roadmap of whatever you're doing every single time. And when you do the same thing every single time, it allows you to improve on your systems. How are you going to know from week to week what's better for you, what puts you on the next level, what you need to improve if you're just doing whatever every day, every week? Do you get what I'm saying? How are you going to know what what needs to push you to the next level if you're not even establishing level 1? Does that make sense? How do you know? Like, how do you know? So, one thing that the guy said that I literally have tried it for one day, and already I feel like, oh my God, my life is changing so much for the better already. Just after one day of doing this, that I got so excited. I was like, I had to make a video about this. And all he said was, because sometimes, honestly, saying you need to have a plan for your day from week to week, because um how will you know your plan is working if you don't have a plan, right? But that might be a lot starting out, to go from having a hectic life to having a schedule of some type, where in areas where you're trying to improve, you're doing the same thing. That might be hard. So, one question that he asked that I was like, this feels like a game changer to me already, is checking yourself every 3 hours. And what did you do for those 3 hours? So I just set an alarm, a little reminder on my phone, and every 3 hours, starting at 6 a.m., it's asking me, well, what did you do for those 3 hours? And if the answer is at 6 a.m., the 3 hours before that, I was sleeping, wonderful, wonderful. Because you need sleep to wake up and do your best the next day. You need to be thinking about, what can I do now to set myself up for tomorrow? If I'm not doing good now, the me of tomorrow is going to be looking crazy, right? So, sleep is very important. So, sleep, okay, I did that. And then maybe I wake up at 6, or maybe I wake up at 7, 8, or 9, whatever it is. Then maybe my next 3 hours, I'm going to work, I'm studying, I'm something productive. That's fine. And now I have a gauge of like, wow, I'm doing good. And it also encourages you to do good, because when you break it up into 3 hours is like such a small amount of time. And like, goodness forbid, in your 3 hours, you were like, all I did was scroll on my phone on TikTok. all I did was scroll on YouTube. At the very least, let the standard be I went on YouTube and I was learning stuff. But I don't know, something about just asking myself every 3 hours, what did I do? And the thought of nothing productive being in there rubs me the wrong way. And that doesn't mean that like resting isn't productive again. So like sleep, woo, that is a good use of 3 hours or more. Driving to do something productive, that's good too. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I just feel so excited to have, it feels like a life hack. So I'm so excited to have heard this. And I really want to encourage, I guess, you guys to branch out into other fields that you're interested in and watch how people are doing things. And you will be surprised how they overlap. And it's something about the things overlapping in fields that make more connections in my brain. It feels like more synapses are growing, which I think is literally factual, that the more you have passes with something, the more you become familiar with something, the more that synapse or that neural pathway starts to grow, the more it becomes familiar to you, the more you learn it, the more internalized it is. So something about seeing people of different fields, the great people of different fields, all going, wow, this thing was the game changer. This was the thing that catapulted my life, made my life different. That somehow really signals to you and your subconscious that this is some good stuff. This is some good stuff that I need to be doing. So that's it for this video, guys. It's a little bit long, but I hope to see you in the next one.